not what I do to my child.
Here we go.
Yeah, so let's jump into it.
We shall do it. Welcome to another episode of Ranger and Chow, ladies and gentlemen. Please, if you will, subscribe because it does help us.
Yeah, that's it. Hit us up. Follow us along on the Patreon page if you want to spend a bit more of your money and get a bit of an inside look at the Ranger and Chow world.
It's basically buying us a coffee.
Well, I don't know about you, but coffee's not my biggest purchase.
It's not my biggest problem.
Just throwing it out there, neither's the beer.
Hey, listen, we had a gentleman write into us wanting us to discuss a bit more of a topic that we touched on a while back.
Yeah, actually, I remember reading through the comments and I found that and I hit you up straight away. Now, it has been a little bit of time since that comment and we do apologise for the lateness, but we've had a bit of content to get through. However, the comment was in regards to a fleeting mention we made to our Thailand trip and doing a bit of ATV riding. Now, at that point...
the ATVs in Thailand. What a day that was.
Myself, the Ranger, and Ranger's friend, Paul. We're just going to go with Paul. And it was a good day out. It was sketchy as hell. But our topic for today, I think, should be a little bit of travel talk because I think you will agree that Thailand trip that you and I took with Paul was up there with the best holiday of my life, including the one with my family is in my early years and my later years with the new. It was just an out there holiday. So
it was.
Let's dive into a bit of memory lane. I'll let you kick off because just so everyone knows, the Ranger is the king of Thailand. Like he knows his way around. He knows what he's looking for. I was a Thailand virgin, and this is when Mr. Chow was born. And I went along with this idiot, and I'll let him start the story off of how he got us to ATV riding and where that wound up.
So we're talking to someone the night before in a bar, having a few drinks, as you do in Thailand. And someone mentioned something like you can hire out ATVs and take you up through all the rainforests and stuff. And
point one, a lot of alcohol, great basis for a plan. Let's start a plan.
So this is the night before. I think it's about 11:30, and we're thinking about doing this the next morning from 7. Anyway, and we're still probably pissed when we get on the ATVs the next day anyway.
Yeah, especially when the Chow goes, well, that's a great plan. Let's have some shots.
Yeah. Well, the guy that was with us, Paul, he suggested, he goes, we should get on that ATV thing. It could be fun. I'm going, oh, yeah, okay, cool. Where do we go for that? And he's gone, well, let's go down the road there and we'll sort it out.
Ranger, how much do you weigh roughly?
114 kilos.
Now, would you say Paul's heavier or about the same as you?
He's about 110.
Yeah, so, roughly the same. Around that 100,
big boys.
100, 110 mark. The Chow's about
big
65 kilos ringing wet. So just keep that in mind for a bit of who's bigger than who here.
I'll tell you what, and these ATVs, they're like little dune buggies. They're not like go-karts or anything like that. They're proper. They're caged in.
Yeah. Well, no, we didn't have the overhead protection. They were an open frame ATV. I think they were 150 or 200 cc ATVs with a 3-speed gearbox.
I thought they were 250s, weren't they?
I think they were bigger than that. The 250 I've read before did not kick like those things.
They were big, weren't they?
Yeah.
So
they were decent vehicles. And what you say, you went to a little shack in the side of the scrub to sign in and do all your safety.
We pull up at this shack and it just looks like the dodgiest thing ever. We can see these ATVs out the front and we're like, wow, they look pretty battered. And the guy's like, here, sign this form. I'm
a lot of bush mechanics going on in this fleet.
I love the forms, how they always say on these bloody forms, it doesn't matter who you're with. You're
at fault.
You're at fault and beware, you could die. I always love that. You could die. Awesome. Let's do more of this. I'm in.
What could possibly go wrong? Well, it says in the form that you could die. Yeah, but other than that, what could go wrong?
Hey, did they take us to the waterfall on that ride or not?
No, look, that was a long time ago. I don't think they did.
I'm sure they took us it was like a little tiny creek.
Like that, they knew where they were going. And the sketchiest part was, after signing your life away on a form that you didn't really know what it was saying, they take you with, so there was only the 3 of us in the group, which was great. 3 mates, we're getting along just fine. their instructions were no fishtailing, no spinning the tires, no hitting each other.
Because we wouldn't do that.
But
I don't
granted,
remember a time when we weren't doing burnouts and sliding around
it
corners.
was no. The very beginning was very tame because Chow had never been on an ATV before. These idiots had, and we're scooting along. But I am just sketching out because we're going down the sides of highways. There's a rail on this side, like a proper don't fall off the road rail.
Oh, that's right. We were on the road.
Trucks and shit on the side of us, and we're just scooting down these highways, and I'm going, is this real? Is this an actual park that we're allowed to ride in? Like, why are we on the road?
And it was cheap too.
It was a good price.
It was
then
only
again,
like
in Thailand, everything's a good price for an Australian. But
I think it was like 1,500 baht or something for the day. So what's that? About 75 bucks.
Yeah,
and we were out there for what?
$70.
What do you reckon? A good 4 hours, 5 hours?
No, I reckon 3 to 4 hours. Yeah.
But, we were out there a fair while.
Yeah, no, the first part was so sketchy. The first 15 minutes, you're just driving along main roads and then you turn off onto this back street. There'll still be a road. There'll still be trucks and all the sorts of dodgy vehicles in Thailand that come past you.
I remember going up this big hill climb, and it had ruts all through this hill climb.
That once we got to
the rut.
That's when we got to the actual track.
Yeah. The track, this rut was about half a meter deep though, and my front wheel just hit it, and I was just stuck in it, and I had to wait for everyone to come down and help me pull the ATV out of it. And then
I must say, and the best part was obviously you got the one instructor with you, the three of us. He's leading the way. We're all Ringer. We're all behaving ourselves.
Okay.
It's a flashback to the other episodes. Yeah, so we're all behaving ourselves behind, and as we got further along, we got more and more confident. We were picking up more speed, and the bloke up in front, he's the only one with side mirrors, so he can watch us. He knew what was going on, and he was pretty good. And the more we started to get control of the vehicles, the more he was just opening up and keeping it.
Wow,
so we're picking up more and more speed. The blokes letting us get away with everything. It's just we're getting loose. And we came up to, which I think is the hill climb you were talking about, and we came through. I think you got bogged, which is what you were saying. You hit a nice big rut, got bogged. And we thought, okay, this is getting a bit sketchy. We're doing a bit more forestry sort of track.
That was a good trench.
We slowed it down a little bit. I'll make the instructors off, and he's starting to leave us a bit now because we were looking good before, and now we're not. So Ranger punches it, and he's keeping up with him because he's a whiz on him. The Chow's in the middle. I'm like, yeah, I can do this. If you can do it, I can do it. And off I go, and I'm trying to trail up behind you, and Paul's behind us. You got to this right-hand corner and you smashed the brakes very late and you made it. Perfect. I'm like, okay, I'm falling in pretty hot. The brakes. I've slowed down and I've just looked at it going, yes, I can kick this and I can get up the hill. As soon as I've let the other brake and gone to accelerate, Paul's up my ass and he was not stopping. And he's just hit me, launched me off the edge of the track, and I'm just sitting there downwards. Instructor's up ahead. He sort of saw it in the back in his mirror. He stopped, turned back around. All four of us were yanking this thing back up the hill.
God. That was a really awesome trip.
So much fun. The holiday itself was great. The ATVs were amazing. Back in the day, the Chow didn't have the technology you did. I would love to go back again because the GoPros and such would do that justice. We don't have really any footage for me to throw in there. I'll see what I can find for us. But no, it was a great holiday. We'll throw some more happy snaps up. What other highlights would you think? Because in that trip we did Thailand, we did Pattaya was our main spot. We did
Cambodia was good. Yeah, Cambodia was
amazing. What was your highlight? What was your highlight for Cambodia, mate?
To be honest with you, it was the tuk-tuk trip that we did around all that night. Went for like 2 hours, and we just went all around Phnom Penh. That was pretty good.
You know what?
Because we had beer as well.
As an inspiration from our trip, before my wife and I were my wife, we were dating, and I said, let's go to Thailand. It's great. Let's do it. So we went over, we went to Carter Beach, and one of our fondest memories was one night we were getting a little bit of like, we don't travel well because every time there's a struggle with communication or directions, which is usually the Chow's fault, we get a little hot under the collar. So we were having some disagreements this evening. We're like, you know what, bugger it, let's just drop this, whatever we're trying to do, go out and have a drink. So I've summoned a tuk-tuk, and he's got all the neons and LEDs and everything
Yeah,
out,
and the
big
speakers and
subwoofers
everything in
the back.
there.
And after being with you, I walked up to him and said, I want you for the next 4 hours. What's it going to cost me? We negotiated, came up with the price. I'm like, all right, come on, girl, let's go. And he was playing like all he was really reaching for his Aussie mix because he could see that we're Aussie and trying to get a bit of stuff that we'd listened to in. And it was brilliant. It was blaring. We were laughing. We were drinking.
You got to be careful. You got to be careful with them in Cambodia because they'll say to you, it's $3 US.
One price, and then they'll take you back. Yeah.
Then this happened to me and Paul. So we paid like $3. All right, we're going to pay $3 US for this. You're going to take us for a quick round, half-hour trip. They go, yep. You get back and he says, oh, that'll be $6. And nah, mate, you said that was going to be $3. They say $6. Now, admittedly, I'm thinking to myself, this is an extra $3 US. It's not much.
Yeah, you're arguing over peanuts, but at the time, it seems important to you.
You know, you don't want to be ripped off by these pricks, though. You know what I mean?
That's it. You agreed to this price. You just honor it, damn it.
He was right out the front of the hotel and he was arguing with us and everything. So we just thought, all right, this is going to get ugly. Some other tuk-tuk drivers turned up and they were with him, and we just bolted into the foyer of the hotel. And that was the hotel that I stayed in with you when we were there. And we had
up on the sixth floor. Well, we had our
special pizza, the happy pizza.
That's a great story. So
save it for the next. No, we're running out of time. Save it for the next one.
All right, we're going to talk happy pizzas for my next episode. We're going to sign off about here, but no, it was a great holiday. We had some really, really good fun. I can't wait for the world to open up again to try and support those guys because they need
highly
us.
Recommend Thailand.
Thailand, Pattaya, Carter Beach, they're all amazing spots. I don't think you can
Laos,
find
Cambodia,
a spot in Thailand that's
Vietnam.
not great.
They're all good.
So much fun, guys. Get on the scooters. Yeah. Make sure you have a crack at a scooter. Don't do it sober. That's a terrible idea.
Yeah, no, get on a scooter, but make sure you're drunk.
Exactly. You know, you don't want to be doing it on a sober belly because that's when the logical decisions kick in and you stop yourself. Right. We've rambled. Mate, it's great seeing you again. Guys. Hit us up in the subscription. Make sure you're on our Patreon site. We will have extra content in there for you, a little bit more personal. Ranga and Chow. Cheers, everybody.
God damn it, that was a good trip. I've never had a trip like that since.
We're just going to follow